Welcome to the channel, A through Wanavo. Today I'm doing how to shape young avocado trees. If you go back to my earlier videos, I would hard prune instantly at planting. It might have been the variety that I was working, but I've since pedaled back from that. I no longer recommend that. So this is kind of clarifying that, what I'm doing now. So yeah, early on I planted a lot of Carmen, and I hard pruned all of them at install, or several of them at install, and it just took a while for them to come back. So if you do have a Carmen, don't hard prune, but that was as per the recommendation of avocado growers down in Mexico and Colombia. They had much more established trees, of course, too. So, but yeah, they would recommend that at 18 months, they would hard prune and shape prune. Shape prune, hard pruning. I don't recommend that. So this is what I do, and I'll show you. So this is Gem via Capuli Nursery in a 5 versus in the back. This is $35. Watsonville, home of the $35 Gem. Go visit Watsonville. And then in the background, it's gonna be a Gem via Four Wind Growers at San Lorenzo Garden Center, $59.99. Alex Aldaña, que hubo, Avo, saludos, gracias por el apoyo, saludos. But yeah, this is what I'm doing with the gems. This is how I'm working them. This is how I'm shaping them. Check it out. So again, let me bring it up. This is how they're kind of staked with 2 lateral branching. And the master avo growers down in Michoacan and Colombia, they say open center 4 limbs. Open center 4 limbs. De nada, aquí estamos. Gracias por el apoyo. So they say open center 4 limbs. So this is it. Check it out, right? Quick little walkthrough on how I would shape this. So you got 1 strong lateral, 2 strong lateral, and then this disconnected from the stake and fold it over. Fold it over. You could even take the stake off right there and put it down right here. Again, not flat, but at an angle, upward 45-degree angle. And then maybe even a pinch, and here you'd have your 4th limb. So again, it would be 1. This one I would kind of train a push over here. 1, 2. This little shorter nub one would become your 3rd, and then over here your 4th. So there, bam, open center. With at most just a pinch. No hard pruning. No hard pruning. It takes a while for them to hard. Maybe not the gem. I haven't hard pruned gem too much. I haven't done it. I just keep pinching. But gems keeps pushing. They say gem slow growing. Nah. You just gotta feed it. Feed it. If you're on a slow seedling rootstock, maybe slower growing. But now check it out. These are less than a year old, and look how big they are. Now let's shape those. Let's shape those. Check it out. Same thing. They're staked up much taller. You don't even want the tree to get away from you anyways. But you basically unhook it, and then you're gonna lean it over or fold it over to the side that's missing a limb. This one's gonna be hard. It has a limb in every direction, but there's always one. So again, check it out. Yeah, the fuerte probably wants to take off on you. Oh, okay, I see. That's about the size of the fuerte I got from Costco. Yeah, the fuerte is gonna want to be vertical. It's gonna want to take off on you again. Yeah, if you can fold a fuerte early on, that would be cool, because you want to keep the harvest within reach. But then some people say that a tree prefers one profile over the other, and so you have to be careful with that. Some trees might prefer apical dominance, but I rather keep everything low. So like just for shaping exercise right here. Look, I untethered it from the stake. I cut it loose and like, look, right here. This on overlapping, you're gonna have to make a decision later. Or this can limb drop naturally. If this shades it enough, this will limb drop. And don't be scared of limb drops. Trees going in the other direction and they'll limb drop. But yeah, look, I could have easily laid it in this direction. And I have, let's count. 1, 2, 3. This is overlap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and like 7. And that's perfect too. A bigger hub, that's fine too. But as long as they stay out of each other's way. That's all I say. But they say open center 4 of them, or at least 4 of them. 3 to 4. 1 for each cardinal point. North, south, west, and east. But if you have more, I always keep spare branches. For sure. Keep spare branches. It's always a smart decision. And then this one, same thing. Same thing. You untie it. And you're gonna lean it. Lean it towards the side that's missing a branch. Right here I have 1, 2, and yeah, I would lean it, or at least, yeah, arch it. Arch it in that direction. And this is gonna pick up. And then just this, train this way. Because in the current, it's overlap. But if you kind of gently train it this way, then you have 4. Or you could go even that way, straight back, and then you have these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the spare down there. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, throw it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your open center, 4, and then the spare down there. Oh, hold on. Oh, forgot about this one. So yeah, 1, 2. Major ones, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Dylan Frost, do you remove your stakes or let them eventually grow until they don't need them? I leave them. I leave them up into the portion that I'm going to fold over. Again, I'm folding over because master growers down in Colombia say you want 4 limbs open center. So again, it looks like it's growing too flat, too dimensional vertically. But again, if you slightly lean it, all of a sudden you have 4. And then just pinch. Pinch so that it reroutes the growth everywhere. So yeah, you want open center, 4 limbs. It's like basically a multi-trunk tree that's gonna grow shorter because the growth is spread among the 4 major limbs rather than just going up vertically. Alex Alanya, I noticed new growth on it yesterday. It only had 2 pushing at the top. The Dr. Earth's to fertilize, amazing. Yeah, the Dr. Earth's for sure, highly recommended. So yeah, this is a quick little shaping video. Again, my early recommendations, I was hard pruning Carmen's. Carmen is probably not the variety that I should be hard pruning because it always wants to set flower. And so it's kind of always setting itself back. I'm pretty sure Gem would respond better to a pruning, but again, there's no need to hard prune. There's no need, just bend. Bend. And for sure you bend up, you're still getting all these shoots. That's another thing. When you bend, you're getting a lot of shoots in the opposite direction. And they're already right here, ready to go. You can see them. So almost like fired up, ready to do that. Like the tree knows it's gonna flex and bend, and it needs to balance itself. Personally, yeah, and you could, people do hard prune. People, so you could take off a foot and have it shrub off lower, but again, if you don't want to risk your baby on how it's going to respond to a hard prune, because again, early on I was recommending hard prunes, but they were slow to grow back. Again, that was the variety Carmen. Carmens were slow to grow back only because they always wanted a set flower. Very little vegetative growth, it was always flower. Oh yeah, if you were to take the stake off the tree, would it fall over? Yeah, it would fall over for sure. It would like flop easily. Yeah, and if you don't have them staked up, they will start like crawling. But it's kind of they could be like a white mess if you just let it crawl. So pick it up a little bit. Pick it up 3 feet. Pick it up 3 feet so that even when it does hold a crop, it'll be barely touching the ground, because they fold over nearly by half when they're holding. For sure. That's why I leave it partially staked up, but then again, the branches that are potentially going to be holding fruit, I already allow them to start like flexing and getting pushed around by the wind, and because that's going to give them girth and they're not going to be wimpy. So yeah, partially staked up, and then kind of let them be. Again, I pinched. So yeah, when you pinch a limb, it'll also thicken it up. Instead of running away vegetatively, now it'll just kind of be growing thicker. How many years? 4 or 5. The more the better, I would say. The longer I could keep it staked up, because it's going to be producing fruit right away. Or again, you could be holding it off, but I'm making my 2-year-old gem hold fruit. And I know it's going to be somewhat of a little struggle, but again, there's so many limbs in there that I'm just going to put them to the test a little bit. I want to see what fruit looks like at a 2-year-old, on a 2-year-old. So, but yeah, if I say I would have taken all the fruit and then letting it have grown stronger and let it hold fruit 3 year in ground, that would probably be better. That would for sure would have been better. It would be like a way bigger tree. Like, just imagine growing like from 2 to 3 years on the 2nd or 3rd year, just allowed to be grown vegetatively without holding any fruit. It would gain an edge. So yeah, the longer you hold off on it, I think the healthier overall the tree is gonna be, for sure. But then I want to see what they can do, so I put them to the test. I let them hold it. So again, 2-year in ground, we have fruit. If you've been following the channel, it was from inception, from planting to fruit, 2 years. People ask how soon? 2 years. So if set fruit 2 years, I'm gonna be getting it next year. So it took 3 years. Are these 1-year-olds? Yeah, they're 1-year-olds. They were pushing them out too soon, and like a little setback from the nursery again. This is the grafting tag off of El Capulín, the shorter one, the one that's $35. And look, 920, 923. So not even a year. And these ones were off by like a day or two. I forget either plus or minus, but basically around the same, for sure within the same week. And there's vast differences. This was grafting sleeve, canned up in a 5, and like grown out in Watsonville. And that's 4-wing growers. 4-wing growers. But yeah, Capulina orders 1,000 sleeves every year, mixed varieties. And among those are the gems, and those were the sleeves right here this year, in a 5. I'm sorry, yes, grafting sleeve that the orange grafting sleeve that he potted into 5s for $35. His label for the gems is this like lavender purple one. Again, $35 for a gem. I'll take that any day. And then over here, via 4-Wind Growers. The 2 in the back. San Lorenzo Garden Center, $59.99. So almost, what, $25 more? Yeah, $25 more, and you're almost double the height. So yeah, these are both less than a year old. And like they were trying to push them out. They were delayed by like 4 to 6 weeks. I forget, but I could tell they were trying to push them out, and then they suffered a setback. So now you have to hang on to it for even more. So yeah, these are young trees and they're tall. Young trees and they're tall. All right, that was it. Thank you everybody for watching. Next live stream for sure, a couple live pruning demonstrations. It's gonna be the Flavor Queen that's holding fruit, and then the Dapple Dandy. The Dapple Dandy. These are the ARS old school ones. And then we're shaping and balancing a multi-graft stone fruit. Stay tuned. Thank you everybody for supporting. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one.